Good morning, everyone. Well, we're beginning of Holy Week, and one important thing that you need to do this week is get your hot cross buns. So, what hot cross buns? What's that going to do with Holy Week? Well, I was brought up as a kid where we would only ever eat hot cross buns on Good Friday, and that was it. And I remember even during COVID times when we didn't have access to go into these things, I've made hot cross buns. I was very proud of myself. And because they were nice and soft, and anyway, it was wonderful times. I don't think I've made them since. But it was that important to us that we had hot cross buns on Good Friday. Now, interestingly enough, it's not a Christian tradition. It started off in pagan times, in ancient times. And they used to have, you make these little buns or even more like biscuits, they were very flat. And they'd put a cross on them, not to as a symbol of the cross of Christ, but in fact to separate out the seasons. It was their way of giving recognition to what was going on in creation. And so they'd have these buns which they would consume all year round. It wouldn't be a problem. But often they would be used by sailors because they had lots of spices and so forth, and they would therefore stay fresh for longer. So that was the origins of it. So, where did it come? How did it come get drawn into Easter and all the rest of it? Well, it happened in about 1361. There was a fellow by the name of Brother Thomas Rockcliffe, and he was a member of the St. Albans Abbey. It's interesting, you get Albany bread, St. Albans Abbey, and they became responsible for baking this bread to give to the poor people on Good Friday. And so it then became associated with Good Friday. Interestingly enough, that during the time of Elizabeth I, Queen Elizabeth I, that with this recent establishment, if you like, of the Anglican Church, or the Church of England, they would try and do away with everything that was associated with Catholicism, and therefore they limited hot cross buns to only around Easter or at funerals and that kind of thing. But it wouldn't be eaten for the rest of the year. But it's a good way, I think, for us to remember that Good Friday is an important day. It's a day when we don't eat meat and we do fast. And therefore, to have a hot cross bun gives us nutrition, and it does taste nice. And it does allow us, without having to worry about cooking and so forth, to actually have something that is going to keep us going. So if we limit it to just Good Friday, then it becomes something significant and really meaningful. So enjoy them, or at least go and prepare to make sure you got some for Friday. Have a wonderful day. God bless. Bye-bye.